Okay, they're going to announce the raid, so we have to get into the TWID today. It's just an absolute must, all right? This week in Destiny, July 10th, 2025. This week in Destiny, we are just a few ways from our next expansion. So how about we give you some more info about what's to come to ease the wait? We also have info about the next raid, including its name. So we have the name of the raid. So check the topics. Let's get this TWID started. The Edge of Fate is almost here, and our next raid is, drumroll, Ride of the Nine ends soon, Brief 002. I assume there's a lot of information in this. I've seen some headlines and stuff. The homie Kraken shared a headline with me in one of the chats today, and kind of some cool stuff that kind of ties to real world issues. So this could be really cool. Want to see the new artifact? Cool, we get to get a look at the new artifact. Armor mod updates, good to go. Let's go over all the incoming changes and Bungie store sales. Edge of Fate is almost here. Obviously, this launch trailer has been in the rotation for a little bit, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you go watch it. Edge of Fate developer insights also came out. Wander in the Desert Perpetual. The Edge of Fate raid launches Saturday, July 19th, and we have much to share about it. We're not spoiling anything today, just sharing its name, the Desert Perpetual. That's such a cool name, dude. That's such a cool name. So, I mean, I assume the visual that we had, the picture that we had of the 6-man activity during the trailer is the entrance to the raid, because that seems like a desert location, so it makes sense. Whenever I think of something perpetual, I think of something that is kind of folding on itself and replaying itself. So this may be like an arena where we don't really move, it just kind of moves with us. So this is a really cool name. Really cool concept. I like the thought of being perpetual. This is very cool. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see this raid. As is tradition by now, the raid will launch in contest mode, our hardest difficulty, and will be available for 48 hours. So we do have a 48-hour contest mode coming. Those who look for eternal glory may want to compete in the world's first raid. The first fire team to complete in the contest mode will earn the raid belts. We'll share the final details on the 717 TWID, along with the new raid emblems and more. So we have a TWID coming out next week, right before the raid. They're going to probably release all of the emblems and everything that we'll be getting, as well as probably a disabled list that we can probably see coming for the new raid. We already have some ideas in our mind of what's going to be disabled for that, but it's going to be good to see the actual disabled list. World's first race info on June 19th. At 10 a.m. Pacific time. So basically just reset time for everybody. Hundreds of fire teams around the globe will compete for the world's first race winners, but only one team will make it and take home the coveted world's first belts. I have some key details for your planning, including requirements for the raid entry, updates to the world's first race, completion criteria. Details, contest mode will be enabled for 48 hours. Completing the Edge of Fate campaign at legendary difficulty will get you contest ready, or you may complete the campaign at normal difficulty and hunt for power before the raid goes live. Legendary campaign gets you ready. You can do it at normal, and you can do probably those mythic activities that are going to unlock after you beat the campaign to get more raid ready. They're going to provide exact power requirements prior to launch, so stay tuned. Entry requirements are just complete the Edge of Fate campaign. That's our only entry requirements this time, so this is good. Completion criteria: fire teams don't need to return to orbit to finish the race. The first fire team to finish every encounter and loot the final chest will be declared the world's first winners and have their victory immortalized with the Desert Perpetual world's first raid belts. Desert Perpetual just sounds good, but I don't know if I want to say, y'all want to do some DP runs? Hey, yo, what the f? Y'all ready for some DP runs? I don't feel like I want to say that whenever I'm doing teaches and stuff. All right, we're teaching DP today. So I don't know if they thought about that before they, because everybody act like we always do shortened ways to say this. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, they didn't think about that, I guess, because they know that their community shortens up the raids, right? You know that? You almost spit out your coffee? Come on, man. That's the first thing I thought of. Like, we're doing DSC raids. We're doing Vault of Glass, VOG raids. Like, the way we shorten this is DP. We're gonna have to call it desert runs. We have to call it desert runs. All right, we're gonna be teaching desert after we get done with the contest mode and finishing it up. We're gonna be going right into Sherping this and deeper understanding with it as a fire team and as a community. And we'll start doing community runs as soon as we get it. Obviously, just had to make fun with that. Similar to past raids, we'll be working tirelessly with our analytics and security teams to maintain integrity of the challenge and the raid. When the competition happens, we will verify through our internal systems and tools before we announce winning. Here's some of the accounts you can watch for Twitch drops and stuff while the raid race is going. CB Gray is going to be giving out some limited time codes for the Power Hughes emblem on YouTube throughout the raid race. So that's pretty cool. So make sure you guys go check out CB Gray. Awesome creator, by the way. Very chill dude. Last week for the Ride of the Nine, obviously you can get all your collectible stuff from the Bungie store if you want to for that. Ride of the Nine tournament with Destiny Tracker. They're hosting a tournament. One final hurrah. Some of you may have participated last week in the Destiny Tracker's Prophecy Dungeon Speedrun competition. And this week we have more from 10 July at 9 p.m. Pacific time to 12 July at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Spire the Watcher is the featured dungeon in Destiny Tracker's speedrun contest, and we've clarified some of the rules. So if you want to get involved in the speedrun contest for Spire, those are the dates that it is running through. And obviously, they said that they were going to be giving out some of these little headphone holders for some of these people that win. So these things are pretty cool. Star Horse headphone holders are awesome with the bottom of it looking like a chess piece. That's a PC. Wait. I thought that was the box for the collector's edition. No, it is not. This is a PC, a very cool custom Ride of the Nine PC. I assume that's one of the prizes then. Premium Ride of the Nine themed PC unit created by Overkill. Wow. So they're giving that away to one of the contest winners. That's really awesome. That's a beautiful PC. 9 crowned emblem will be provided to all verified participants. So if you participate in the speedrun competitions, you will get a cool little speedrun emblem. This thing actually does look pretty cool. Not one of my favorite emblems, but it is a very cool one to have, and it doesn't take that long to get as long as you're participating in it. Brief 002 Guardian Operative Dispatch contains restricted information. Classification. We saw this last time. Here's the artifact. We've already been going over the artifact. Obviously, if you guys want to go through each specific portion of the artifact, you guys can go ahead. The ones you're worried about, you're going to have to get to 11. You want to get to 11 just because this is one of the ones that you're going to want. You're going to want Radiant Shrapnel as one of your damaged ones, dealing sustained weapon damage while radiant or defeating a scorched combatant with a weapon causes the target to release solar projectiles that deal damage and scorch on impact. So you have a ticking damage built into your artifact. This is your extra damage. You're gonna be getting this anytime you're dealing sustained weapon damage, because it's only while you're radiant. If you're using prismatic, all you have to do is throw on the Facet of Ruin, whichever one makes you radiant from doing melee hits. I forget what the exact facet's called, but pretty much all you have to do is do a melee hit with any melee, and it's gonna make you radiant. And as long as you put that in your damage rotation, you will constantly be scorching the enemies no matter what you're using. So this is huge tick damage, and obviously something that you want. And even if you don't want to use that melee to get your scorch damage, where's the one? There we go. Fever and Chill. Rapid precision hits with solar weapons grant radiant. So if you did not want to use your melee to get radiant and you wanted another way to get radiant, it is also built into the artifact. So this is going to be an easy artifact to tune with. You don't really need to run a solar weapon, but if you want to for that radiant, you can. If you have a melee to make you a radiant, or you're standing in a well while you're doing damage, all of this is going to work. So Radiant Shrapnel is going to be the one you want to get to if you're going for that day one raid race, or you want to be contest mode ready. Make sure you get to level 11 on the artifact. But other than that, pretty much everything is just kind of niche. Things that you can do, like, I mean, obviously shoulder to shoulder is one that you're probably going to want. Dealing sustained precision damage against combatants while near 2 or more allies grants you damage resistance. This is something that can kind of keep you alive during contest mode whenever you're doing your damage phases. So there's other things that you can do here, but they are very situational is what I would say. The only ones that are not situational is going to be your Radiant Shrapnel that you're probably going to be using pretty much 100% of the time. So make sure you have that locked down. All the rest of the artifact is released in the Twit if you want to go through it, but those are my quick notes on it. Armor mod changes, ammo finders now improve contributions to the corresponding meters. So obviously we saw the meters whenever they were doing all the releases and all the information coming out about it. You have the 2 meters under the bottom of your ammo. You have a special ammo meter, you have a heavy ammo meter, and those 2 meters fill up as you're doing damage to enemies. There's going to be ammo finders that will correspond with those meters, rather than just doing like you have an ammo finder and ammo scout on. You have things that are going to boost up your meter. And then I assume that's also going to change to mods that will allow you to be able to drop those for your teammates as well. Reserves mods on chest armor have been deprecated and replaced with ammo generation mods, okay, which improve the ammo generation stat of weapons matching their type and can stack. Scavenger mods will continue to work as before and continue to be disabled in the Crucible and cannot stack. Scout mods have been deprecated, so you can't do scouts. So you can do finders, and the finders can stack, but your scout mods do not work anymore. They're going to be gone. So in addition to ammo related changes, some other armor mods have gotten some adjustments. Armor mods that influence stats, such as the +10 stat mods, artifact mods, or artifice mods, and font mods, have been converted to use Armor 3.0 stats. So basically all of them are there. We've already seen the artifice slot still there. It's just changed to now it works with the new stats. And it seems like there's a higher and lower one where you can do a swing and energy. Basic armor stat mods now all have the same mod energy cost. All +10 stat mods now cost 3 energy, and all +5 stat mods now cost 1 energy. That's huge. The cost of those mods are going to be one less per. So that's pretty cool. That's a good little swing. I guess technically some of them already cost 3, but that's good for your resilience or I guess it doesn't matter for resilience and recovery anymore. It kind of makes this just a baseline across the board. And I assume that that's good for your weapons, because mobility used to cost 4. Now that mobility or weapons is going to cost 3. So it's a good swing for both of these. Reduce the benefit granted by the font armor mods, +10, +50, +60 for 1, 2, 3 stacks to 20, 40, 50. Okay, so not as much of a benefit from doing the armor mods. Obviously, we're scaling up as far as our numbers go too, and we're being able to overcharge these stats anyway. So this isn't going to matter as much. It's just going to help you kind of get boosted up to the stat. Added new legs armor mod, enhanced athletics, which increases your base movement speed and jump. Nice. Enhanced athletics. That's for everybody. So that's your little movement and your skate builds. You're going to put all those on whenever you swap those builds. So that's going to be good. Cool. All right. Obviously, we knew the mod system was going to be changing, so it's going to be pretty cool. I wonder if shoulder stacks with firing line. Well, firing line is a damage buff, and this one is damage mitigation. So yes, dealing sustained precision damage against combatants while near 2 or more allies grants you damage resistance. So that's going to be keeping you alive, while the other one's going to be giving more damage. Firing line would give more damage. So yeah, those are 2 different stats, 2 different stat boosts, I believe. Anyways, good twid. The freaking desert is going to be great. We're going to be doing a lot of DP runs all throughout the community. Make sure you guys come in here and get in on your DPs.
Hey, yo, what the
Desert Perpetual is going to be your raid. The raid race has obviously been announced. We will have more information about the raid race coming out next week, so make sure you stay tuned. If you enjoyed the video or found it informative, please make sure you like, comment, share it with a friend, follow, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.